Hi, Caleb with Brownells here. In today's product spotlight, we're going to be taking a look at the BCM Modular Scout Mount. So, first thing you're going to notice about this mount whenever you pick it up, it's M-LOK. This is the M-LOK version of said mount. And the actual mounting surface for the light is offset from the mounting surface for the M-LOK. Now the reason being, and I'll show you here, just kind of I'll set it on there, is so that whenever you mount your light itself, get this in position, the surface of the light is actually going to be at an angle. Or I could flip it and have the light, or have the mount coming off of this 45 and then have the light at a 90. So however you want to do it, whatever your application is, I like to do it this way in most cases, because instead of having the light on the side, it actually gets that light tucked into the rail a little bit. So that's how we're going to do it. And I know I said this is a product spotlight, but we're going to go ahead and install it. So this is kind of a product spotlight and quick tip all rolled up into one, so you're welcome. Alright, so let's get started on the install. It's a typical M-LOK mount, so we'll just go ahead and throw that on there. And we've done videos in the past on how to specifically install M-LOK accessories. So first thing I like to do on this is determine where I'm going to put it. Now we're not going to lock it onto the handguard yet. I just kind of mock everything up by hand, and I'm thinking right there is going to be perfect. And like I said, you know, we like to have it at that nice 45 mount. And this one, we went over how and where to install your lights, like what side to do on. We did that in a previous video. So the reason we're going to install it on the left hand side is because this rifle's set up for a right-handed shooter, and the thumb of the support hand is going to be on the same side as the light, because we're not yet using any type of pressure pad or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. So the first thing you're going to notice is that on the packaging it says this is for the SureFire Scout Light, but we're going to be using it on the Streamlight ProTac, and it actually mounts up really nicely, so you can use it for both. So what we're going to do here is go ahead, and you see that there's 3 holes in the actual mount itself. You have 2 holes in the bottom of your light. You can mount it either way. It's going to really be personal preference and depending on how you set up on your rifle. But we're going to go with the front 2. So all we're going to do is flip that, line it up with the holes, take one of our screws and drop it on. Now, if you want to use some form of thread locker here, you can. I recommend using blue. You really don't need anything stronger than that. And we're just gonna snug that up and install the rear screw. And now we can mount it to the handguard. We'll just orient our M-LOK slots here. Put it in that predetermined position on the handguard, and we will lock down the M-LOKs. Alright. And that's all there is to it. Now the light's installed. And the big reason you would want to use something like this is pretty obvious. It keeps everything closer to the handguard. So not only are you gonna, or decrease the chance of it snagging or bumping into stuff, but you also look a lot cooler to your buddies at the range or wherever you're gonna be hanging out, LARPing, whatever. So that's all there is to it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them down below. If you have a particular setup that you like to use, we'd like to hear about that as well. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.